Hi guys, my name is Christine and I'm a dating, relationship and personal development coach. And today I'm talking about 3 ways to make her wildly obsessed with you. So I've got 3 tips here on how you can make a woman more interested in you so that it's more likely that she will become your girlfriend, so it's more likely that you'll get laid and all of those things that you may be wanting, okay? So one of the things that you need to focus on, and this is my first point, is that you need to be more loose and laid back with women, okay? If when you go out on a date, you become extremely nervous, which it's okay to have some nerves, obviously. You're meeting someone new for the first time and perhaps you already find her attractive. So yeah, you're going to always have some nerves. But if you're also like really focused on outcomes like, oh my God, I really need to make her my girlfriend, or I really want to get laid at the end of the night, because you're focusing on these outcomes, what you'll find is that you will change your behavior. You won't become yourself anymore because you'll be doing what you think is the right things to do in order to make these outcomes happen, such as making her your girlfriend or getting laid or whatever it may be. And therefore you're going through this list of things that you feel like you need to be doing in order to make this happen. Like, okay, I need to compliment her, I need to talk about my successes, I need to show off, I need to show that I'm a strong, confident guy. If you're too busy thinking about these lists in your head, then you're not being loose and laid back. So the energy that you need to bring to it then is you got to change your outcomes. Basically, you got to change your outcomes when you're on a date. So when you do go on a date with a woman you like, your outcomes shouldn't be about getting laid or getting her to want to be in a relationship with you. Your focus, your outcome should be, okay, first, number 1, I want to make her laugh. I want her to have a good time on her date with me. So my main focus is to make her laugh and have a good time. That's what I want. Your second outcome should be something like, okay, I want to get to know her to see if we're a good fit. Okay, so I'm going to be asking her questions about herself to see if she's a woman that I want to spend time with, you know? Do I still want to continue? Yeah, sure, she's beautiful, but do I want to spend more time with her? Because yes, she may be beautiful, but she might also be really annoying because she might do things that annoy you. Okay, so you're going to be thinking of like these things, like, okay, yes, I find her attractive, but is she good enough for me? Is she going by my standards and what I want in a woman? Because if let's say you want a woman who makes you laugh and she doesn't, then it's not going to be a very fun thing for you to continue dating her, because you want a woman that makes you laugh, even though she's beautiful. Okay, so that's another thing that should be on your list. But your main outcome though is to obviously have a good time and enjoy yourself, and for her to enjoy herself by making her laugh and open up. So that's what it is all about. Be about being loose and laid back. Okay, I'm not saying that you should be mean or cold or be disinterested. It will be a cold fish or something along those lines. No, it's just all about just changing your outcomes and not being desperate to like get her to be your girlfriend or get her to sleep with you. It's just about having more fun and enjoying yourself and just taking time to be in the present moment and having a good time. Because it shouldn't be like a date shouldn't be so restricted or like an interview or anything like that. It should be just a fun experience where you get to know another human being. And that's what your outcomes should be. Just have a good time, have fun, have a laugh, have a joke. That's it. And what you'll find is that if that's your outcome, then the more likely it is that she will sleep with you at the end of the night. The more likely it is that she is going to want to be your girlfriend. Why? Because you made her feel good. You made her laugh. You had a good time. It was fun. She enjoyed herself. Okay? And if she enjoyed herself, it makes sense then she's going to want to spend more time with you. She's going to want to date you again. She's going to want to sleep with you. She's going to want to be your girlfriend because she's going to want to hang around with you because you made her feel good. We all like to hang around people and be around people who make us laugh and make us feel good. It's just one of those things. It makes sense. So don't worry about what you're getting or worrying about going like, oh, I need to prove myself. I need to do this. That's too serious. You're taking it way too seriously. Dating should be fun. Love should be fun. So make it fun. Enjoy yourself. Get her to enjoy herself. It's all good. So another way that you can make her more obsessed with you is by being more laid back in your texting. One of the main things that I see with men going wrong is that they just text way too much and they're trying to get to know her over texting rather than getting to know her in person. So you go back to like the old Corey Wayne teachings, right? And he's been on the internet for a long time now, and he's one of the people that inspired me as well to get better at dating and stuff. And one of those things is that you've got to be more laid back in your texting. And the way that Corey Wayne talks about it is that just use the phone to set up dates. Don't use it to get to know someone. And if you think about it logically, you can't really get to know someone over text. Now, yeah, they might list their like favorite movies, and you might get sort of like that kind of sense of what they like and dislike. But when you meet in person, you get to know them in a different way. You get to know their body language clues. You get to know if they're actually that into you as well. And as human beings, we've, been evolving and developing for hundreds of thousands of years, perhaps even more. And because we've been on this planet for so long, things like texting, even things like letter writing, haven't been around for that long. Like texting and stuff like that has been around for like the last few decades. Letter writing, it's been around for a bit longer, but if you go back really far, that was usually just for the rich, because most of the population was actually illiterate and didn't know how to spell and do all these things, right? So anyway, it goes back to these things haven't been around for very long. But as human beings, we get to know each other better in person, okay? So forget the texting thing and just use the phone, use texting to set up and arrange appointments, arrange dates with the women that you're liking, you're interested in. And when let's say a text conversation does start, let's say she initiates and she says, hey, how are you? And you've already got a date set up, just cut it short. Be like, yeah, I'm doing really well. I can't wait to see you Saturday. Hope you're doing well too. And she's like, yeah, I'm doing good, right? And just try and cut the conversation short. Okay, it doesn't mean that you're being cold or mean. You're just saying, I can't wait to see you on the date that you've set up, right? You just keep on saying that. You just keep on saying, I can't wait to see you Saturday. I'll talk to you then. And if she ever brings it up, all you have to say is something like, I prefer to get to know people in person. I hope you don't mind that, but it's way better for me to do that because I'm really busy, and I want to be able to give you my full attention, and the best way I can do that is when we're on a date. So I hope you don't mind that we don't text that much, but we've got a date set up. I definitely can't wait to see you, and I'll see you then, right? If she ever brings it up, and that's all you need to do. That's all you ever need to say, okay? And most women, if they've got their head screwed on right, won't mind if you do that, okay? If a woman is obsessed with texting and she hasn't got her head screwed on right, then she will become offended and butthurt with that, and then you'll know that's not a woman that you want to deal with, because obviously she's negative and she doesn't have a good personality and she's being restrictive and she's thinking that things need to be a certain way, and it's just not going to be a fun experience for you, so you just got to let her go, okay? That's it. So be laid back in your texting. You don't need to be in her DMs all the time, because that's what all the other guys are doing. So if you want to stand out, then don't text her as much. May seem like it's the wrong thing to do, but trust me, it's the right thing to do. And also it weeds out those women that don't like you and are not that interested in you, because if you don't text that much and she's not interested in you, then it'll be an out of sight, out of mind situation. But if she is into you, it'll be a distance makes the heart grow fonder situation, okay? Because both of those things are true, right? Distance makes the heart grow fonder with women that like you. Out of sight, out of mind for those women that don't like you. Okay? Very two important distinctions with women that like you and don't like you. Okay? So if you're not texting a woman as much that does like you, it will raise her attraction. If you do it to a woman who doesn't have much attraction for you, it will just fizzle out and you won't hear from her, and then you've got your answer. Okay? So the last thing that I want to discuss about how you can make her more obsessed with you and get her more into you is match her intensity towards you. Okay, it's matching her energy. So if she's not saying, I love you and I like you and all these things, and she's saying all these romantic things, then it's inappropriate for you to start doing those things, okay? When she starts saying, I love you, when she starts bringing up the topic of relationships and wanting to be with you, right, then you can do the same. But if she isn't saying those things, if she isn't implying those things, then it's not time for you to do it, okay? Match her energy, because if she hasn't got to that point where she's saying, I love you, and she's really interested and she really, really likes you, it means she's not there yet. So you have to wait for her to get to that point, and then when she gets to that point, then you can reciprocate and say how you feel as well. But wait for her to say those things first. That's all. Just wait for her to say those things, because then you know that she's ready. Then you know that she's there, that she's at the same level that you're at. Or perhaps she's not. Perhaps she says, I love you on the first date and you're not ready yet. and therefore you need a little bit more time to warm up to her. These things can happen, right? Because everyone falls in love at different paces. So you might be someone who falls in love really, really fast, and she might be someone who falls in love a bit slower. It just takes her time to warm up to someone. And with women, it does tend to take them a little bit more time to warm up. And the reason why that is because obviously, as women, we tend to be more vulnerable, but we're usually physically weaker and we can easily be overpowered by a man. And we just have this instinctive fear about being around men sometimes, okay? Especially men that we don't know very well, okay? It's just one of those things, okay? And you can see why in all of history of why that is true, okay? There's just been some, obviously there's not very nice women in the world too, but there's also been some not very nice men as well. You know, you hear all the time about women getting hurt and getting essayed and all these kinds of things. Obviously these things happen to men too. I'm not saying that they don't, but because women are more vulnerable, it makes women more afraid of men. And that's just the truth of it. That's just how it is. That's just the way that it is. Men are sometimes scary to women, especially men that we don't know and we're not familiar with. So it takes women a more of a longer time to warm up to men because they need to feel safe and comfortable before they can get their emotions engaged, before they can open up. Okay, so first they need to sense out that you're a safe guy, and once they do, then they can then be open up and free to fall in love with you, right? And the best way that you can do that, of course, is by being everything that I've described in this video. So come back to this video time and time again in order to get the correct vibe, so that you don't put women off you and you can make them more obsessed with you, okay? So always match her intensity, okay? It does take women usually a little bit longer to fall in love. Not all the time, but most of the time it does happen that way. Maybe you're a guy that falls in love quite slowly yourself. So, you know, it's just one of those things. Everyone has a different personality. I'm not saying that this is the same true for all women and the same true for all men. It's just basically a generalized video, okay? But anyway, come back to this video time and time again, and it will help you make women in your life more obsessed with you, like you more, want to be your girlfriend faster, want you fall in love faster, and you'll be well on your way, basically, and you'll be doing really well. This may be the only video you may ever need of mine if you're dating, okay? So thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to get in touch with me personally, then please go to www.christinelovridge.com to get coaching with me. And if you'd also like to read my book, Attracting the Beautiful Woman of Your Dreams, you can also read that for free on my website. You don't need to sign up. You don't need to log in. You don't need to give me any of your personal information. All you need to do is just click on the menu on the website and then click on the book, and it'll take you straight there to the PDF reader. If you want to get a physical copy, you can, but it's not necessary because everything in the physical copy or the Kindle version is all on the website. So thank you so much for watching, and I shall talk to you again very soon. Goodbye.